What's up, man? Hey, you know what?
What's up?
I can't tell you. Like, I just look forward to this, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
Before we go any further, because people at home are getting this side of me, I have like a. You see that? AJ, Chris, Ryan. Who else was here?
I don't know. I wasn't invited.
No, this was a couple months back.
Oh, cool.
This is reminding me
I wasn't invited
of when
then either.
I got something similar to this a couple months back, and it just reminded me of that. But it's from getting a little bit of It's cool, man. It happens. It's just in case you were wondering. So what's up, man?
Man, that was a couple months ago.
Hey,
it's still there.
What you sipping on?
A little vodka and gin, and it's a little tea. A little tea for my throat.
Good.
Yeah.
You put honey in it?
Yeah, I don't need anything sweet because I'm so sweet already.
That was my fault for asking that question. What's up, man? What you got today?
Nothing. Memorial Day is Monday,
Yes.
and so this is kind of our Memorial Day issue. So we're just gonna have a little fun and talk. Since we can't really be out and about for Memorial Day, it's day to remember, day to kind of stuff that we normally do. We're not able to do this
So
year.
something that comes to mind like right away when you said Memorial Day is Guy and his son.
Yes, sir.
So Mr. Guy, third degree black belt here, always behind the scenes helping out. The guy's always. He's been part of our group for years and years and years. He lost a son, and actually last year we did a really awesome shirt that commemorated him.
One of my favorite shirts. Too.
Yeah. I'll be wearing that shirt definitely on Monday. But we can't. We usually go to the Huntington Beach Pier and we do the flag ceremony. Before the flag ceremony, we usually get together and have breakfast together. Last year we had like 40 people there, 45 people there at breakfast alone. And I know that Guy appreciates that because we're able to spend some time with Guy and also commemorate his son and respect and honor all other people that have given all, right?
Yeah, for sure.
And it just kind of sucks a little bit that we can't observe that this year.
I think we just observe it in a different way. Like that's just why I wanted to have this issue, and we'll talk.
I like that.
We'll have some different fun.
I like that. Observe it in a different way.
Yeah, just observe it in a different way. Yeah. Just say thank you to the people. I have family that are military. Still have a cousin who is in the military, young man, Joe Stour. So pretty proud of him. My cousin, who I'm really close to, his son is in the Marines. He's a grunt, man. But the kid's a special ops kid, so yeah, he's a stud, man. He's a stud.
Yeah, we actually have a beautiful, just a commemorative piece of Mr. Guy's son, Marcus, that we're actually putting up here in the studio. And we chose a spot for it yesterday, and it's gonna be pretty cool. So that when we reopen, it'll be there for everybody to see and kind of remember.
You have any active military family or?
Yeah, I do. I have also cousins that are veterans, and I think that if you live in the United States, it's part of you. Like regardless if you've experienced a loss directly or indirectly, it's still very much like, at least for me, it's very much in my mind for sure.
My godfather, Harvey Duarte. Hey, Harvey, and Angie Duarte. He was military, very military family. His boys were both military. So grateful for his family and his kids and uncles, and my grandfather is a military guy.
Yeah,
so.
and we have a ton. Here at the school, we have a lot of military families, and it's something that it's near and dear to our hearts, right?
So celebrating in a different way. Yeah. Hopefully it doesn't get too crazy out there. I have a feeling that it'll be fun to watch on the news what's going on all over the cities this next week, because it's our first holiday in quarantine.
So you're thinking there's just going to be more people out and about?
Yeah, I do. I mean, there already is. So I'm interested to see, what's going to happen. This is a whole new ball game, so let's see. Hopefully everybody's just safe and
hopefully everybody has their head on their shoulder and is being smart about what they're doing. So
yeah, for me, I just like the time off, man. I just like hanging out and being at home, and so yeah.
Well, I'll be working.
Liar, you'll be doing something fun. It's not work.
It's
not work.
It's still work.
It's not work. Doing something fun is not work.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah, who would have thought a couple months ago, man, we were taking a trip up to Revgear and bringing out all our stuff. And
you remember that trip?
Oh, dude, it's one of the best memories I have. This is going to be one of those stories that I have for a long time.
It was raining, if you remember.
I remember it took forever in a day to get up there.
I think it took like 4.5 hours to get there.
It felt like 10.
Yeah.
Especially when you got to pee. Christina was there. That was...
Yeah, when both of you got to pee every minute. And I'm just like, guys, let's just get there.
It was a fun day, though, because it kind of like... threw us into the whole mix of this place, It kind of was the finishing touches on some stuff. Yeah, so kind of weird. I was just thinking about that, walking in here today, looking at all the Revgear stuff, looking at all the
it looks nice up there,
equipment and Hayabusa stuff that we have laying around. And
we still polish them up, spray them
our
down.
Our zebra mats. Man, I'm just like wanting to train so bad, and luckily, I wish I could have trained a couple months ago when you trained. But,
yeah. But observing this, the distancing and all that stuff. I mean, we can't right now. But
I think we're getting closer, especially here in Orange County.
Not only that, but yesterday, Mr. Ryan's class, I think it was off the hook, man.
Yeah,
a lot of people signing in. Your class on Tuesday too. Like it's really cool the response.
Abel promotes Ryan's class, but doesn't promote my class, so I don't know what's up with that.
You know what's funny is that
he's got a little man crush on Ryan. I had fun doing them, but it's a little tedious when you're sitting there and waiting in those Zoom rooms, and there's only one person 10 minutes before. I get it. Everybody joins on late, but still, you still kind of go, where in the heck is everybody?
It's just such a learning curve.
It is a learning curve.
It's so new, because when you teach here, it's like everybody's there. They're in line already. They're ready to go. So when you're online, you don't know what's going on out there. You're like, where's everybody at? And then it's like, boom, everybody's there at one time.
Yeah. So I'm hoping July we get back in here and able to do some
July.
Early July.
Nah, man.
Well, okay, whatever.
June. Yeah.
Maybe mid to late June.
I'm putting it out there to the universe. No later than June 15th.
Dude, this guy in this thing with this whole universe thing, so I can't help it, but I gotta trust him because he manifests.
Hey, tell him what happened.
You manifest stuff that I just can't believe sometimes.
Tell him what happened on the Revgear trip.
Oh, yeah. He was almost divorced, like borderline divorced, but he was like, no worries, I'll get there. He keeps telling us he'll get there.
So we made the mistake of, well, it wasn't a mistake. It was meant to be.
Leaving at noon instead of 6 a.m.?
So it was raining, and
but it wasn't raining when we left.
But it was like a rainy, like the day before and that night it had rained. It had rained hard.
Yeah.
And we're like, okay, this morning is clear. Let's get the trailer ready. And we opted to choose the open trailer, the double axle, because we were going to bring a lot of stuff back. I'm like, you know what? The amount of weight, we need that double axle.
It actually handled really well. Yeah. I was really surprised.
And so we hooked that up. As we were driving up to Revgear, it just starts pouring. I mean,
like
just
a full-on storm.
Yeah,
man.
like straight up Noah's Ark style. And there's traffic, there's accidents. It literally took us 4.5 hours to get there. And this is just to Van Nuys from Huntington Beach. I mean, it's a drive, but it's not 4.5 hours. It was just the traffic.
Horrible.
Yeah,
traffic was horrible.
And these two are like, oh, man, like, there's no way you're going to be able to bring this stuff back. What are we going to do? How are we going to cover it? It's raining. The the heavy bags and all the material's gonna get wet. And I'm like, nah, everything's gonna be good. Everything's gonna be all right. You know, we get there.
He manifested it, man.
And I told him, I said, listen, watch. We're gonna drive back. There's gonna be no rain. This is meant to be. We're here because all these things aligned for us to be here. We're gonna make it back. Nothing's gonna get damaged. There's gonna be no rain.
Freaking true. It didn't rain. It didn't rain until almost.
We got the trailer into the warehouse.
Yeah,
and then
poured. Yeah, then it poured.
It started
I was like,
raining.
man, somebody's looking out for this guy.
For us, for all of us.
Because I just did not believe
this is meant to be, baby.
Yeah,
Like, even right now in this like pandemic kind of state where we're kind of like in slow motion, right? We're moving towards it, but slow motion. This is meant to be.
I hope.
We're in the cocoon right now.
But it did teach me to kind of be more. I always try to take something from something, and it did teach me, hey man, just lighten up and go with the flow. If it happens, it's gonna happen. Yeah, let's do it. Yeah. So yeah, I'll take that. I'll take that for a.
See, so right now we're in the cocoon. We're gonna bust out of this cocoon and we're gonna be something else, man. Something even better.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, I believe it.
So yeah, I've been watching a lot of documentaries and trying to get some info for this madness that we're doing.
Feeding your brain is what you're doing.
I am feeding my brain.
That's good.
It settled it down a little bit, you know. But
I haven't been able to go to sleep. Like I've been the last 2 weeks. I go to sleep maybe at 2:30 in the morning, and I wake up at 6:30 or so. And I can't sleep. My mind is just working.
That could be why I've been having trouble sleeping. It could also be all the damn caffeine I drink, but
that's probably it. I drink a lot of caffeine too.
But
I've never had issues sleeping though, ever.
Really?
Nope. I just think that I'm ready to go. Like, let's do it.
Definitely not working out.
How do you think I get these marks?
Definitely not working out.
You think it happens sitting here?
No, I'm just saying this because we have Zoom classes.
Yep.
Throwing it out there.
We do have
Zoom classes. Because I need people in my class because I'm the only one who will promote it. Maybe Christina. But, yeah. Come check us out on the Zoom classes. I think they're pretty good.
They're actually pretty cool.
I think we're evolving.
Yeah, they're cool. They're cool classes.
Yeah, and I think eventually, hopefully we get some 1-on-1s, 2-on-2s, maybe a full class in the class, and be able to still broadcast it. Yeah.
So what we're thinking, I mean, we didn't even talk about this, but what we're thinking is there's going to be a hybrid program. The hybrid program would be actually recording the classes as they're going. So for whatever reason, if you can't make it or if you're not comfortable coming in yet, that'll continue. We'll be actually filming the classes as they're being taught, and you can be working out with that class at home. And it is different because now you still have that group energy feeding off each other and doing that. Also, we're going to continue all the pre-recorded stuff. The video library, we're going to continue growing that. Even after we reopen, it's a decision we made already.
Yeah, that's something we've talked about.
We're going to just continue doing that.
Yeah, visually, it's just a good thing.
Yeah, I've been talking to and joining in with phone calls and getting on some webinars and stuff like that with people that have been in the business for 20, 30 years. And it's the way to do it. It's the way to go. There's no reason why we shouldn't be recording. Even
it's just an added bonus now, too.
Yeah, well, and it's a great training factor even for instructors. You go back and you just, pick apart everything, break it all down, study it. How can you get better? And then, get better, So there's so much from this that is allowing us to grow, and we're just going to come back so much stronger and a lot smarter.
I definitely agree. Just seeing where the world's going visually. I mean, seriously, visually, you got to grow that direction. If you don't, you're not going to be here very long. Yeah. Also, just to that point, in these weird times, man, if you're at home and you're just dwelling and you're not growing, if you don't come out of this...
Shake it off. Get up.
No, but if you don't come out of this with a perspective and not, like, an anger thing, come out of it with, like, hey, I'm going to do this now. Hey, you know what? I'm going to learn this while I'm at home. I'm going to, I think I'm growing as a person because of this pandemic. But I think as a student, as just people, grow, man. Some of the stuff that you think that you're losing your freedoms is because you're not using this a little bit more. And you should use it to grow your freedoms, man.
Yeah, and that's not to minimize like any situations, because I'm sure that there's people like at home watching or listening that maybe have a situation where you're like, well, you don't understand, guys. Like, I have kids, I have this or that, or whatever the situation is. There's always a way to just kind of, whether it's a minute or two, literally a minute or two throughout the day, where you just, okay, and then just reset and go.
I've had some good coaching over the past couple of years, just to better myself. And you notice I have all these pads of paper and stuff like that. Writing is a huge thing, man. You can really grow from just writing something down. I was never a scheduler. I'm learning to be a scheduler. I'm learning to be on a timeline. It's important. But yeah, there's times where Abel's like, I'm going to put you on the calendar. It's like, no, I don't work that way. Calendar is like, maybe, yeah, okay, let me.
So I don't either. It's actually something I learned from my wife and my brother. Everything is on a calendar. And it's not. And in the beginning, I thought it was because they were being rigid, and the opposite of creative. But that's not the truth. You can continue being creative, and if you put it on the calendar, that creativity will grow, and you'll get a lot more stuff done in regards to creativity, because you've actually allocated time that nobody's gonna interrupt your creativity. Like, that time is allocated for you, right? For
sure. And it
so
also,
I actually learned that from them.
It also helps you to do that, but to stay in a structure gives you some pretty much like good guidance, go different directions.
It's part of discipline. It's part of that perseverance. It helps both of those things because there's an actual structure. One thing is like dreaming it. Another thing is saying, okay, the dream is awesome, but let's have a plan now and let's execute that plan, for sure. Right? So,
speaking of Memorial Day and all this stuff going on, I'm proposing now to Abel and hopefully the team. We need to implement some type of community service. With everything going on, I think we're in a time where our black belts or soon-to-be black belts can throw a little time and effort to, like, maybe hopefully when we open back up, to go help clean the beach or I don't know, deliver meals to seniors.
Yep. And that stuff is really rewarding too. Like, I know Paul Wisdom does the Meal on Wheels. Yeah. He delivers to other
and I think
seniors.
It's important. Everybody talks about being a black belt, this and that. I think it's just important part of the journey of it. It teaches you something. And those of us who are black belts, it's part of maintaining that belt is giving back to your community. And so it's something that I thought about, and hopefully we'll bring it up to the team later to
Very cool.
implement
I'm all
that.
for that. Yeah. Maybe I think 2 years ago, Dave Cook, shout out to Dave, hit me up and he says, hey man, I'm trying to collect some food and here's a list of things that we need. Do you mind sharing that with the school? And you'd be surprised, man, like the amount of kind of help that he got in support of that. And we had a whole bunch of stuff that he came to pick up, because it's just a matter of getting like-minded people and having a plan and executing it.
You'd be surprised. We are a part of a community, and our community we got a nice little group of people.
We do.
And we have a lot of outlets and a lot of ways to give back. And I think
tapping into that.
After dealing with all this, I think we need to tap into that. I think it just helps us as just as a team now in this pandemic, and we're able to just say, hey, I'm at home. Yeah, I'm being grateful. There's no wars. Well, there's always wars going on, but there's nothing that we have to...
We're always at war.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There is always a war. I won't say that, but no, we're so grateful to these men and women who do so much for us, you know. Another movie, though. Oh, man. So, I told you I'm a Bradley Cooper fan. You can go this way with Brad Pitt, but I can't remember the name. That's why I've been trying to... he plays the soldier, the SEAL, who's
American Lone Wolf.
No, American Sniper.
Oh, yes, American Sniper. And then there's also
Lone Wolf,
Mark Wahlberg.
With your boyfriend, Mark Wahlberg.
You see how I slipped that in there?
Yeah.
Both of those movies, by the way.
You shouldn't say that when you're talking about your...
Both of those movies, by the way, are just like, man, just mind-blowing and heart-wrenching.
Yeah, man. So CrossFit gets it right. They name all their workouts after fallen veterans. That's really cool.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. So if you ever notice their workouts, you go into their workouts, go into a gym. They have something like 25 different workouts with.
Shout out to DRS Rosario.
Yeah, and Monday they'll probably do the murph. Yeah. They'll probably do the murph, and murph. That's a tough workout, man. So basically, it's made after the guy in Lone Wolf because he carried some of his people.
So you put some of this stuff in perspective, and you're just like, you know,
that's a good memorial one.
That's a great way to pump up your workout for sure.
Well, so CrossFit does get that right. If you go in, they have something. They have a ton. I used to do CrossFit workouts. I used to belong to DRS. I used to belong to a couple other ones. But one of the gyms I went to in Hawaii, Oahu, I would drop in and I'd go to their box. That's what you call a CrossFit gym, is their box. And I hang out for a little while. But they had a really cool idea. They posted every military workout along their walls, like it was, and it had it right there. So they would call bonus. If they called bonus, you would pick out one and you would do the workout.
Wow!
Yeah,
that's kind of cool.
Yeah, that was cool. That was fun.
Yeah.
I did that in Hawaii. Woo! Awesome. Oahu, great. CrossFit Oahu. Yeah.
That's just because you were in Hawaii. You love Hawaii.
I do love Hawaii. I do love. And talk about military. There's a lot of military there.
Yeah. So we, for those of you that don't know, our headquarters is maybe a block or two away from the beach, and it's just, I mean, we're so blessed to just even be in this area.
In younger days, I could probably throw a football towards the beach and almost hit it, dude. That's how close
it's very, very close. Very, very close. As a matter of fact, when I lock up at night, I can hear the waves from the beach. It's so cool, man. I don't even know why that came up. I know I was going somewhere with it, but I think
happens.
I think I'm thinking about getting some good workouts in, running from headquarters to the beach, coming back, because you're talking about the murph and that workout. But I mean, we could do some awesome stuff, just
do a memorial workout for when I first started. I didn't look at belts. I'm not a big, achievements are cool. Like, hey, I made it to this, I made it to that. But when I first started this, there was no belts. I mean, you remember that. It was basically, hey, you got to go from this mat to that mat, and that was like the gift. You know what I mean? For me, it's been about learning and growing my mind a little bit. So the belt system.
I'm like laughing because I'm like, it's had like a surge of memories. We never knew when we were going to test. We never knew if there was a test. We never knew we were going to be asked to like lead the warm up or a technique, or when you were going to be asked to go to that smaller mat, the private mat. It was good times, man. It was kind of like crazy. It was kind of ADHD because it was like sporadic and all these. Like nobody really ever knew what was going on. You just show up and work hard, man. And then there's good things about that and there's bad things about that system, but those are good memories.
Those are good memories. So, and the reason why I bring it up is because I get people hit me up like, hey, what are we gonna do about belts and this and that? As we go into the new year or into fall, or it'll happen. I wouldn't be worried about it.
You know who Cameron Haynes is? I don't know if you ever heard of him. Cameron Haynes. The guy's awesome. I'll shoot you some stuff. But anyways, he says nobody cares. Work harder. That's always his thing. Keep hammering. Nobody cares. Work harder. And I think, what are we gonna do about the belts? What are we gonna do? Hey, listen, guys. Let's show up. Let's work. We'll get everybody caught up. Nobody cares if you were on hold because of the pandemic. We're gonna work harder when we get back. Right, we're working at home, but we're going to work harder when we get back, get everybody back to speed, and we'll get there. The ranks and all that stuff will come. It'll all be there.
Yeah, and they will. They do. They have a way of ironing themselves out, too. It's kind of like, I have a lot of friends that I've seen get black belts and do that, and you got to keep earning it, dude. It doesn't just because somebody hands you something.
And that's it, you're done?
Yeah, that's it, you're done. Yeah. You got to keep earning it. If you're really looking at the belt system like that, that's how I feel. Yeah. If they give you a belt, you got to appreciate a blue belt. You got to appreciate a green belt. You got to appreciate it. You got to work hard. I'm not somebody who's into giving somebody, because they've been here for a few years, and oh, they worked hard, and maybe they're an older person. There's a couple people I'm thinking of. But, yeah, earn it. I'd rather be a yellow belt for life, than not earning my spot on that mat, you know?
Yep. I agree.
Oh, cool. I just thought it was just something I thought about. Hey, so last episode, we're talking movies, right? And I said, oh, it's going to be a reoccurring thing, these movies, man. It's Memorial Day, right? Memorial Day. Favorite military movie.
You're going to be upset right now.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, because
what?
I almost guarantee that I'm going to upset Gary right now. Memorial Day. Military movie. Absolute best one, hands down, bar none. What's that Will Smith one with the aliens? Independence.
What? Oh, no way, man.
That's what I'm going to put on Monday.
Are you kidding
I'm
me?
going to play that, and I'm just going to sit back and enjoy this show, man. Some popcorn, and watch some Independence Day. Part one, not part 2.
Hey, man. Okay,
I'm kidding.
I'm
kidding.
Teach us up. Whatever. You're disappointed.
I knew that you were going to be so mad about that.
Disappointed.
No, actually, if I were to choose one, it would be Saving Private Ryan.
Of course, dude. That's number one Memorial Day.
Second one, Blackhawk Down.
Good movie.
Third one would probably be Fury.
Oh, Fury's very good. I forgot about Fury. Fury's very... And there's one more person in there. Abel's
believe it or
man
not,
crush is in that
believe it or
movie.
not, he's not my man crush. My wife would be able to tell you who my man crush is, but I'll save that for another day. He's just cool.
No,
I just
dude,
think he's a
you're
cool
not going
cat.
to leave that out there. Who's your man crush?
I just think he's a cool cat. That's
Who's
all.
your man crush?
Marky Mark.
Oh, jeez.
Mark Wahlberg. I love that guy, man. That guy's awesome.
Revoke.
That's legit. He's a great guy.
I do like Mark Wahlberg, but dude, I'm in love with.
He's cool, man. He's a
you're
big.
Gonna revoke I'm in love with Bradley Cooper, dude. I think the guy is a phenomenal guy.
Yeah,
Seth Rogen. I love Seth Rogen.
Yeah, no.
That's because your sense of humor isn't like mine.
No, they're just not polished stuff enough for me.
Yeah. Okay. Anyways. Yeah.
It
is a little lowbrow, but I don't mind being. I'm a little lowbrow, so it's alright.
That's funny.
Saving Private Ryan, for sure, must-see movie. Great movie, even for like preteens that are learning about the war, kind of weren't learning about stuff like that. A little intense.
It is intense.
But it has such a great message and has such a great thing about.
I watched that movie at the theater, and I remember just walking out, just really quiet.
Oh yeah, man, it was such a good movie. Such
just
a good
blown
movie.
away, you know.
There's so many great military movies out there. And
I want to clarify something. It's not like the act of war itself or how they're filming the fighting. It's not that. There's so much going on in between the war. The feelings of why people are there. The reason why people fight. The reason why people are standing up for something. Like it all means something.
I'm going to tell you right now. The reason why that movie works is because it really truly gives you a sense of the camaraderie that had come on during those war times, because Spielberg did a great job with developing all the characters in there, and you really wanted them all to make it to the end or make it,
Yeah, but then you see like the lead, like Tom Hanks, right? The leader
and you figure out what he does for a living.
Yeah, and then you just like, but then you're like looking at that man, and you realize that he is what would be considered as an average Joe, but he's not very average.
No,
he's not an average
element.
Joe. Nope.
Not element.
He blossomed in those moments where he was not only protecting his own life, but protecting all his brothers' lives and fighting for a whole country.
Yep.
Instead of crumbling and crashing down, he blossomed into a magnificent leader that kept them alive.
Blackhawk Down, great movie too. Yeah. Full Metal Jacket, pretty incredible movie right there.
One backstep, Blackhawk Down. Every time I hear that phrase, it always reminds me of a conversation I had with Mr. AJ. He was actually at the base there.
Really? I didn't know that.
Yeah. It's not my story to tell.
Yeah, for sure.
Maybe someday we'll get AJ in here if he'd like to talk about that. But it's I've heard it. And yeah, I mean it's crazy. We'll get it. So keeping on that Memorial Day, like how to observe, right? Like, okay, because we were talking about our thing to do was to get together, right, at the pier in Huntington Beach, do the flag ceremony, hang out with Mr. Guy for breakfast, all that stuff, and commemorate all the fallen people, right? What can we what other way can we do this, right? Like, I mean, what else can we do to show some love or show that we're thinking, that our thoughts and that we're with them? You know what I mean? Maybe just giving some people some suggestions at home, because some people might not know how or what to do, or where I know that there's military families that we have that are near and dear to us that are probably like, oh, you could do that. Like, it would be automatic for them. But people that are not involved in that, you know what I mean? Just something just to show respect, love, and honor them. You know what I mean? Yeah,
our military guys go through a lot, and even now with families and stuff like that, it's I wouldn't say it's a hard life. It's a different life being a military kid and stuff. Those guys lead different
just
paths.
Like thinking about like Mr. Noy, GC, Krav Maga. Shout out to him, Kay, and
AJ.
there were AJ and Kay and some others have been injured while they were serving and stuff, and like serious stuff, man. You hear their stories. Like I said, these aren't my stories to tell, but they've shared them with me before, and I mean, it's like real, like just heavy stuff.
Yeah, man. When we used to go,
they go through some stuff, man.
I used to go to lunch with AJ in the way, and true story, we'd go roll and do some jiu-jitsu, grapple a little, and then we go to lunch. But hearing some of their stories,
like, what do I have to say that would even come close to what their kind of stories are?
Serving and giving back and putting themselves on the line, I was.
You know what you do when you're in that type of company, and they're sharing their stories that are very personal to them, right? You just shut up.
That's what I did. I shut up and I just said, "Wow, man, thank you." Thank you, and those guys are sweethearts. So they're big teddy bears. But they wouldn't want it to be a downer either. I know my military friends, and I know
not at all.
They're probably
no. I think that the reason why I bring it up is there's love for them and honor and respect for them. You know what I mean? That's pretty much, I think, that what we should be thinking about and remembering on Monday.